project. Um, this is what I've done. And they'll say, okay, just to reward you. Reminds me, a few days ago, I wrote an article about a project and then I put it up online. I'm part of a project, so the way I do is I see a demand for something, I work on it, and then I put it out there. That pattern, it has helped me a lot. All right, it has given me some sort of access to quite a lot of things. I noticed that there was a need for a particular article or something that needed to be demystified, and then I knew I had the ability to demystify this thing. What I decided to do, switched on my laptop one of those days, started writing it. In less than 1 hour, I was done. I put it out there, published it on Medium, and then I came back to the Discord server. I chatted up an admin. I said, okay, this is exactly what I just did for this community. And then I really don't want it to just be in my draft. I don't want it to just be out there on Medium. I want you guys to see this. And then I just don't want to keep it to myself. And then just by writing that article, I gained the attention of the person that owns the server itself. And then he recognized me on Twitter. His Twitter account is verified, actually. Recognized me on Twitter, tagged me, put up the Medium article, and then gave me a role within Discord, which is a community leader's role. Okay, so immediately I got that role, I had access to a particular channel, which otherwise I would not have access to. All right. Now that was something I just took the initiative. Some projects might decide that no, let the project itself take the initiative. Okay. Take for example, FinSmart did a referral contest a few days back, and it was simple. Just refer as much as you can. Okay. We are on Discord actually. I'll be sharing the Discord link. I don't know if Discord, but we could say okay. For those persons that have shared this, let's just give them a role, look for a role and give them, and then with the hope that probably much later on in the future we'll find a way to reward these guys. Yes, we'll be rewarding the top three only or the top five. We're giving them some amount in dollars, but for as many persons that put in the effort at all, let's give them this role. Maybe much later on in the future we'll find a way to do something about that. It's possible. Okay, that's the way these guys come up with these things that they use in deciding that okay, let me use this in giving out a role and everything. Now, basically, what I was trying to point out here is how to verify. Now, if you notice for this one, it was as easy as clicking on this emoji and that was done. For some others, it is not really so. Okay, for some others, you don't even need to verify at all. Take for example now, verify. Verify, they are yet to set up a verification bot. The last I checked, but let's go and check it again. Okay, let's see if they set it up. I accept the invite, and then I'm redirected straight up to their server. Okay, let's see, still loading. Aha. You notice that for these guys, I didn't need to do anything. You just basically moving and then you're moving. That's just it. All right. They've not really set up a bot for verification and all of those stuff. I'm pretty sure along the line they will have to. Uh-huh. Along the line they will definitely have to, but for now they don't have any. Whereas for others, in trying to access the server itself, instead of just clicking on an emoji, sometimes the bot itself will send you a captcha to solve. You know that thing Google usually sends you when it's as if you are the traffic from your IP is getting out of hand. Go will decide, okay, let's send this guy a captcha. Let's really verify that he's a human. And it's ironic given the fact that it's a bot that is determining whether you are a human. It's really ironic. Okay, but then again, they send you that captcha, and then if you're able to solve it, they agree that okay, this guy is probably a human being, and then they'll now allow you access to continue. Okay, so that's about verification. And then usually, whenever you come into any Discord server, the first thing that should always be on your mind should be the announcement channel. It's just put it at the back of your mind. Okay, you get to understand that over here, you see nothing like chatting. It is strictly for announcements. strictly for announcements. If you want to catch up with everything that's happened with this project since you before you even join the group, all you just need to do, get in here. And then once you get in here, you get into the announcement channel. The same thing with this guy, Toastpunk announcement is necessary. It should be at the back of your mind. Okay, it should always be at the back of your mind. And then remember, I already told you that this is simply a screen resolution something. Okay, if you swipe from your left to your right, you should have access to this particular part of the Discord server. If you swipe from your right to your left, you should have access to this particular part of the Discord server. And then this place is usually static with a mobile phone. And then with this, you can it just list out all the servers you have. Okay, in my main account, the way I usually do it is I classify them or I group them into folders. Okay, take for example, this guy, I did it majorly as a test net. What I usually do is I group it, I put it together with this guy, and it forms a folder. And then with the folder, I this becomes my folder settings. I simply name it testnet. Done. With that, I'm able to group all of these things together. The one for testnets, the one for probably a job and everything. I group all of them together. Yeah. And then that's just basically it. Now, these are all channels, as I've said already. The announcement channel, always have that in mind. You should always check there if you are looking for updates. For this particular server, now take for example, there is a dedicated Nigerian channel. Here you go. Nigerians are making waves, so they usually recognize us quite a lot. Okay, just before I continue, I don't know, can you all hear me, or have I been speaking to myself?
We can hear
I can
you,
hear
sir.
you clearly.
Loud and clear.
Okay, okay, but
And
are you following the class? Any confusion so far?
yeah, for us, I came in.
Sorry, repeat yourself. I didn't hear you, please.
I said yes, so for us, I came a bit late.
Why would I go to come late now? I
Oh,
waited
vessel,
extra
vessel.
10 minutes. So, I'll be your wife phone.
Now Mugo things.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure this is being recorded, so most likely you
Okay,
have
all
access
right.
to it. Yeah, much later on.
All right, bro. Thanks. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. So, this is a dedicated
Thank you, sir.
channel for Nigeria. Yeah. So, of course, now that reminds me, for those persons that are into NFTs proper, there's what we call grinding within the NFT space. All right. It's a subset of what we call whitelisting. Now, usually, okay, it's still for those of you in the airdrop class, it's kind of like an offspring of airdrops. Now, a project comes up and they're like, okay, is usually this is much more popular within the NFT space. Okay, they'll come up and they'll be like, okay, we have some NFTs that will be given out because the project's proper. Okay, we want to whitelist, we want to give certain persons access. Okay, early access number one, and not just early access, but that these guys themselves will be able to do what we call minting. And then not that they will just be minting, but that they will be minting specifically for free. Okay. If you are minting for free, all it just means is that you should have some amount of money for gas. Not to take you guys back or not to delve so deep into blockchains, but you do know that when you interact with smart contracts, most often than not, you require certain amount of gas. Okay, so for you to mint, you are interacting with the smart contract, and then one of the things you just must do is that you just must pay gas. But the beautiful thing about it is that the amount you'll be paying is less. Like it's really really low. Okay. We've heard of NFTs that were minted for free, which in the case the person just had to pay for gas. And then by the time the NFT launched properly, it was having a floor of like 1,000 USD. It was having a floor of like 800 USD. So imagine you minted it for free, and then by the time the project launches properly, you are you list it probably on OpenSea, and then upon listing it, someone buys it up, and then there you go. You have the money straight off with you, something that you basically got for free, as it were. Okay, that kind of thing. Now, usually, when they decide that we want to give out this white listing spots, what they usually say is, okay, probably invite so amounts of persons, and then not just only that you invite this number of persons, but that you should chat and chat and chat until you reach a certain level within the Discord server. Let me check this guy. Let me make an attempt to make you understand that. Look at this guy now. Here there is a space for check ranks. I come over here, I run this command. The bot tells me I'm at level 0. Okay, I'm at level 0, and then I'm at rank 2676. Now, usually for the whitelisting, they'll tell you, see, invite so amount of persons. How do you invite these persons? Not only how do you invite these persons, how do I know that it is you that actually invited this person in particular? Okay, and it so happens that there is a way to invite with Discord. There is a way to invite with Discord. For you guys, if of course I know a lot of us use our phones, so usually what you just need to do is you swipe from your left to your right to open up this page. Okay, and then when you do that, usually at the top right hand corner, exactly where my mouse is, you should see something like 3 dots. Okay, once you click on that 3 dots, sorry, excuse me. Let me follow it up with my phone. Once you click on those 3 dots, you should see a place where it will tell you invite. Okay, on your phone. If you're using your phone, you can check it out. So once you click on that invite, it opens up a tab to you. And then once it opens up this tab to you, this is your unique invite link. This invite link is tied to you. Whenever someone gets access to the server using this link, it is automatically counted. It's automatically added to you that yes, this guy invited one person. Another person gains access via this link, it counts again. Of course, usually if you're going to use something like this, it's often recommended that you toggle on this to make sure that this link never expires. Or if you just use the link as it is, within 7 days, no other person will be able to get into the server using your link. And it's not really ideal, especially when you are grinding. Okay, and it's not really ideal. Okay, so you should click on that invite. You toggle this on, ensure it's set to never expire, and then you copy. And then once you copy it, you can simply send it across, and anybody that has the link can just get in there. Okay, and then that's the first part. They usually say, okay, invite so amount of persons. Apart from that, they also tell you to get to a certain level. Sometimes they might say 5, sometimes they might say 6, sometimes some persons have said 24, some persons have said up to 20. Okay, and the truth is, the higher you go, the more difficult it is for you to climb up and up and up and up and up. Now, the question is, how do you level up? Simple, just chat. Just keep chatting. For example, here now, I come in here, I greet normally, I send it off, and the more you chat, the more your level increases, the more you keep moving from rank to rank, and then eventually you get to where you actually want to go. Now, apart from this, I've spoken a bit about this end where you get to see the list of your servers. I've spoken a bit about here where you get to see the list of the channels. This space is usually what you see on your phone. Okay, why? I've told you already is a screen resolution something. This guy tells me hi. Okay, I find some sort of conversation to start up. Okay, since I'm trying to level things up. Okay, I'm trying to level things up, just start up a conversation and just keep it flowing, especially if you're a good conversationalist, and it becomes much easier for you. Okay, I've spoken about here, I've said one or two things about this place. What I may not have said much about will be around here. Okay, and then if you are using a phone, it should be in the form of, it should be just down. It should be down below. You should see something like the Discord icon. You should see something like someone raising up their hand. You should see something like an art symbol. You should see something like as if how do I call it? A simple icon with your chosen profile picture. Okay. If you click on that, you should be able to have access to your profile. Now, usually, um, most often than not, communities might decide that okay, we want to reward this, we want to do this and this and this within the community, and then if that is really going to happen, one thing will always be required, and that will be your Discord username. It's necessary to say this. When you want to identify someone in Discord, you can actually use basically two things, and these things are always unique. But the one you most frequently see will be this. That's your username. You copy this, copy it, and ensure you save it somewhere. All right, this is unique. The word there being cryptic might not really be unique, but this pound symbol and then the word following it will always be unique. So it's a unique identifier. With this, I should be able to track you. With this, when I say track you, I don't mean in a bad way, but I should be able to know, number one, whether you're in the server. I should be able to know the roles you have within the server. I should probably, if I'm a community mode, I should probably be able to also know what. Right, so this guy is very important. And then, please, if you're in a Discord server, free advice. In fact, not just in a Discord server, across your social media apps, except on WhatsApp, because you don't really send anybody for WhatsApp, is your account. Okay, except on WhatsApp. But for every other social media app, as much as possible, try to put up something as your profile picture as much as possible. Why? I'm speaking now specifically to those that are airdrop hunters. It's a common assumption that if you do not have a profile picture, you are a bot. It's not true. It's not always true, but it's a very common assumption. I've missed out on some airdrops because I did not just have a profile picture. It was much later on that I noticed it, and then I just quickly had to enter my Twitter, some of the accounts I have on Twitter, change the pictures, came in on Discord, change the pictures, so that at least they can see. All right, at least they can see. So ensure you put up something over there. I'm not really going to go into most of these other tabs. Not They are not so needed, except probably authorized app. I don't know if you heard it, but Board APH Club, which is probably the wealthiest NFT as it is currently. Their Discord server was hacked a few days ago, and it was hacked via a particular bot that they installed within the server. And then with this, since they were able to hack that bot within that server, they were able to hack other person's accounts. Okay, so what was recommended then? It was recommended immediately that every person should deauthorize an app. So if probably a bot within a server is compromised, this is where you should quickly come to. Come into authorized app, click on this place to deauthorize that particular app. So it doesn't, if at all anything will happen, it wouldn't get it. That's for authorized app. Then for connections, you could remember I told you it was initially meant for those guys that were gamers. So there you go, your PlayStation Network. You can use stream along with guys. There's your Xbox. Oh, the good old days. Also remember those days when we played PS1 and PS2. I don't know if you did it, but I did it a lot. Leave your house, locate the nearest gaming center, you play until you get tired. But eventually, my mom was able to beat it out of me with him. Um, yeah. So that's basically that. No, you don't need to know much about Nitro. Not really much subscription, gift inventory, appearance. Maybe yes. Because I don't know about you, but once I get into any app, the first thing I do is to switch it from light mode to dark mode. Apps on light mode, except probably my bank app. Amount if it's short, man, no, you get. I don't Saturday. You understand? So, except my bank apps, I keep a whole lot of them on the light mode. All right. For every other app, I prefer the dark aspect of. That's just that about that. Okay. Let's probably go back to Discord. Um, can you guys see me?
Yes, sir. Very good.
Hello. Can you guys still hear me? I beg. Let me be sure.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes,
Please,
sir.
okay.
We can
Thank
hear
you
you
very
well,
much.
sir.
Okay. So I'm back to this guy. So I've already shown you guys how to send text. That's there's nothing so unique about that. Text a whole lot of us chats. Even though with WhatsApp, a whole lot of persons now prefer to use the voice notes, which is still acceptable. Uh, yeah, but within here, you can type in your message. Still within, you can you can decide to upload a file. Okay, you can decide to probably send in a picture. Still within here, you have what's chatting without emojis. Come on, it has a bit. You understand? Still within here, you have your gifts, and then for some servers, they usually also allow you to send voice notes. For some servers, for some other servers, they might not really allow you to. It's just dependent on um, what the community as a whole wants. Do we want this within this? Do we want that within that? All right. So that's basically that for that. But before before we probably round it, of course, that's it too. Yes, as I told you, there's really nothing big. There's nothing really so hard about this code. Yeah, and maybe I learned it, which is usually the way I learn a whole lot of things. I sit down with it and then I play with it until I learn it well enough. Okay, I'm inside my house. What am I doing? I'm trying out new things, playing around with these things, getting very much used to it. So that it's no longer foreign to me. Okay. So just before we are able to pause that, I would like to um okay. Um FinSmart has a Discord channel. Okay, it has a Discord channel. Um Let me get the link, and then I don't know for those of you that are there already, but if you are not there, I'm about to send it in so that you can also get in. Um, okay, I'm sending it in. So that is the Discord link. Okay, and that is the Discord. Um, all right, so let me come share my screen again, so we can probably just play around with that and see as it goes. Excuse me, please. Okay, so let me share my screen again. Okay, it's already been shared actually. Okay, so this is the link. I click on it. I suggest we all click on it too. Let's join in on the community on Discord. Of course, I'm accepting the invite because I am in. Okay, I am in. Waiting for it to load properly now. Uh-huh.
Your screen is not shared currently.
It is not
Yes.
serious. Okay. Okay. I'm sharing it now. Uh-huh. So this and then share. All right. I'm guessing we can all see it now. All right.
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
shared now.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I already clicked on the link, and then of course it brought me in here. It's brought me in here, and then over here, of course, it's telling me welcome, and then see the men that have joined already. Apostle, Apostle is here already. Apostle, I greet you, sir. The boy is loyal. So Apostle is here. Then you can see me. I just joined in. So as much as you can, please jump in on them, jump in on them. And then I also forgot to add. With Discord, you can actually have a live streaming session. Like, and this can accommodate as many persons as possible. Like Discord is the real deal. Like, no jokes. Okay, for this guy now, you're telling me, Cruz, I see you, boss. You're telling me that before I can do anything, I need to complete something. So I click on complete, and then it tells me, okay, that before I can talk here, I need to read. And not just read, but I also need to agree to those rules. What are the rules? Number one, I'm not allowed to spam. Number two, no self-promotion without permission from the staff members. And this includes sending a DM to fellow members. And then, as usual, there is a need for respect. If without respect, we are low-level animals. Okay. I don't know about you, but I respect everyone I come across. Senior, junior, I don't really care. We all deserve some level of respect. Okay, especially also on online platforms where you don't really know who is who. Give as much presence as you can get respect. So I agree that I read and then I agree to these rules and then I submit. And then upon submission, so next I see you boss. I can now easily come in here and then whatever I need to do, I do. Over here we have the airdrop classes. These are all voice channels. Okay, these are all voice channels and disconnect. There is general here, as usual, as I always see. You come in, the first thing that should come to your mind should always be the announcements channel. Okay, so this server is relatively new, so we've not really done much about it. But with time, obviously, we'll be adding things, we'll be bringing up announcements, and then you want to catch up with them, come over here. General, this and this really shouldn't be general. Okay, we'll work on it. Okay, and then over here we have airdrops. Okay, there should be. We'll sort that out later, sure. Okay, nice one, Samson. Thank you for the server. You did very well. All right, so this is our server as it were. If you're here to join in, kindly join in while we continue building the community as a whole. Um, so all said and done, that's like basically it. All right, that's like basically it. I don't know if we have any question, and if we do, now is the time to shoot your shots. Let's hear it. Okay. Any more questions? Unmute yourself. Talk to me.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, boss.
Okay. My question is the part where you said you have to put a profile picture on all of our social media pages. I wanted to
Yeah.
ask, the company must be our personal picture or any picture can do. That's it.
Okay. For me specifically now, I'm not so cool with putting out my pictures on social media platforms. Actually, I'm not so cool with it. The only place you'll see my picture is probably if you search me on LinkedIn. And then the only reason I'm putting up there is because I'm trying to maintain a professional face. All right. But as it pertains to checking out whether you are a bot or not, no, it must not be your profile picture. Time, try to give the impression that you are kind of matured. All right. You don't go up and then you put up something that's not so nice, something that's not so appealing to the eye. If you're not putting up your profile picture, then put in something that at least that is good enough, something that would put in some level of mystery to your profile, as it were. All right, so it mustn't be your profile picture actually.
All right,
You
sir.
get,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. So, any other questions? Any other questions?
Yeah. So can you throw little light on this thing, how to meet?
How to? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
How to meet?
How to meet?
Yeah.
Sorry, meet what?
On Discord now you're talking about meeting.
Okay, okay. Did I? I'm guessing you mean probably making video chats and voice calls and all. Is that it?
I thought I heard something about meeting on Discord, like you getting to meet also. I think MINT.
Okay, means okay, okay. All right. It's not a Discord specific thing. It's rather much more an NFT specific thing. All right. When you talk about minting something, it's basically has to do with you um, claiming ownership of an NFT. And then I'm pretty sure you know what an NFT is. And
Yeah.
the major thing about NFTs is the fact that they are non-fungible. That's like the major thing about. And if it's going to be non-fungible, it means it has to be unique. If you are holding an NFT, believe it or not, that is the only NFT that has all that's those particular properties in the world. In the world, it's that unique. Okay. So when you are minting, you are kind of claiming ownership to that NFT. But within the context of this class, what I was trying to say is that there is what we call white list grinding. As a matter of fact, some persons use it as a business currently. What they do is that they go in and then they grind and grind and grind and grind. They get to a certain level. By the time they get to that certain level and then they meet the specifications of the community organizers of the owners of the project, they are given a role, probably element. That could probably be the name of the role. And then what they will now say is, okay, I want to sell this role. I want to sell this white list. That if you want to buy, you can come and buy. It's a business currently, seriously, and some persons are buying into it. Okay. So what I was basically trying to say is that within this code, uh, a community might decide that okay, let's put this criteria. The criteria is invite 50 persons, and then once you are done inviting these persons, chat within the community, create some hype within the community, get to a certain level, probably level 13, and then once you're able to meet these two demands, you would automatically get a whitelist spot. And then once you get that whitelist spot, what you have to do is once the project launches, you connect your wallet to the site and you click on mint. You simply pay for gas fees. That is all you'll be paying for. Whereas normally, if you are to buy on the marketplace, notably OpenSea, what you have to do is you have to pay a certain amount of Ether. If it was minted on Ethereum blockchain, a certain amount of Matic, it was minted on the Polygon blockchain. All right. But with that's buying on marketplaces now. But with minting, it's basically free. All you're paying for is gas fee. If it's on the Polygon network, it should be less than less than 5 cents. It's on the Polygon network. It's that cheap. And by the time you mint it, you can actually sell it for a much higher price. You could sell for as much as 100 Matic. We should be around probably one 8,000 plus USD. All right, depending. Okay, so that was basically that. It wasn't as if it was specific to Discord. I was trying to use it to explain something, but I don't know if you get me.
Understand, thank bro. In case of this Discord, don't they also see fake? I mean, scam projects.
Within the crypto world, scams and busts, scams and busts. I've joined servers that have made a lot of hype. They are giving out a lot of rules, and then we're now waiting for the project to launch. Um, I hunt a lot of airdrops as it were. So we are waiting for them to disburse airdrop, and they'll come up and they'll say, before we can disburse this airdrop to you, this is our site. For you to claim the airdrop, you need to connect your wallet to the site. And then upon connecting your wallet to the site, you can now click on the claim button. But unknown to you, they've already written a smart contract behind the scene saying that once you sign the transaction, you should instead go into your wallet and drain your wallet of everything in your wallet, which is necessary. I will always say this. If you're an airdrop hunter, please ensure you have a wallet specific for airdrops, and then you have your main wallet. It's easy with MetaMask. It's MetaMask. You click on add account, and then you are given a new account entirely free, fresh. So these guys, they've done something like that, and then what they will now do is you now see them backtrack. They will immediately come into Discord, delete the server, like delete it entirely, backtrack to their Twitter, delete their Twitter account, and that's it. They disappear. So scams, yes. The best you can always do is to do your own research. Try as much as possible that you research projects as much as you can. But the truth is, even if you are the world's most renowned researcher, chances are high that at some point in time you will fall for these guys. Uh, the best you can always pray for is that not just pray for, take the wise step to always use a new wallet address. It's best. If they want to take empty wallet, oh yeah, now carry the go. You get. I hope that answers that.
All right, bro. Thank you.
You're welcome, boss. So any other questions? Okay. One last time. Any other questions? All right. I will take that as a no. Um, for the football lovers.
I have a question.
Oh, someone has a question.
Yes, I have a question.
All right. Talk to me.
Yeah, so you mentioned something about using different wallets for your if you want airdrops.
Yeah.
So it's good you have a separate wallet for your like your main wallet. Like you should not use that wallet for airdrop
Airdrops.
because it's possible that they just scan your wallet and all your money is gone.
Yeah.
So this wallet I'm talking about now, is it something possible on your Trust wallet where you create like different like a multi wallet kind of thing?
Of course, yes, it is.
Okay,
But for me personally now, I don't really use Trust wallets much again
okay,
because it has certain limitations.
okay,
If you are going to be doing test nets a whole lot of times, then that's when you really get to see the limitations with Trust wallets. Okay, I preferably use MetaMask. That's like my preferred wallet when it comes to the crypto world as a whole. You get, so I create a wallet, a MetaMask wallet, and then with that I have multiple accounts that I can use for airdrops and all. And that basically solves this for me. But yes, it's doable with Trust Wallet. It is. It's very much doable. You get.
All right, thank you, sir.
You're welcome, boss. So, do I have any more questions? One last time. Any more questions? Okay, I will take that as a no. And then, if you're a football lover, you obviously know what night it is. Um, that makes me to take my leave. And it's been a nice one with you guys. Um, Hope to talk to you soon again. I'll be having an extra class on testnet. Hopefully by then I'll be able to put up my camera so you guys actually see my face. Uh, there is no light around, so that's why I had to switch off the camera. Pardon me for that. Yeah, but apart from that, it's been a nice one with you guys. My DMs are always open in case you have questions. Hit them up with me. In the end of that, I think we should probably call it a night. Apostle, do you have anything for us?